What's up? This is Marty Friedman. I'd like to thank you very much for approaching me on Cameo with a really interesting question. All right, I'm going to read it as it came in. It says, as a Kiss fan, what's your thoughts on Tommy and Eric in that classic makeup and the fact that Paul now lip syncs to backing tracks? Wow. I have a very, very, very strong opinion about the first of these things. I think it's a definite fact that thanks to Tommy and Eric and the absolutely stellar work that they do, Kiss is still around in 2023. It's absolutely a no-brainer that the golden era of Kiss, at least in my opinion, is the reason why people still care about Kiss now. However, if the golden era members were to stay together, they probably wouldn't have lasted past 1982 or something like that. It's just a reality, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just the magic was, of course, back then. Of course, that was the magic. Everyone knows that. And as someone who's seen them in that era and actually inspired me to such an extreme extent that I'm still playing rock now, is a testament to just how influential they were at that time. And so many of my friends and peers, it started from that golden era of Kiss, okay? That's true. But magic is a magical thing, and it goes in and goes out. And Paul and Gene know this more than anyone else does. But, you can't force things that aren't happening. Read their books, especially Peter's book. I mean, if you read Peter's book and you think that you would want to be in a band with this guy for 5 minutes, I praise Gene and Paul for putting up with what they put up with. And this is not any diss on Peter. This is just what Peter wrote in his book. And to be clear, I love Peter's drumming in Kiss. And even though it is definitely not the type of drumming that anyone would particularly request, it just is magic, and it was magical with Kiss, and it still sounds magical. But the magic was then. Now Paul and Gene have got two fantastic people, Tommy and Eric, to carry on for us Kiss fans out there the legacy and to allow us to still have the option of going to a show or not. In 2023, it's just beyond unbelievable, and it's just a testament to how hard they work. Any of those guys could have retired decades ago, but why do they do it? Because they love doing it. They love doing it, and when you see the faces in the audience, you'll know why they love doing it. And so I think we definitely owe a huge, huge thanks to Tommy and Eric for what they do. I mean, it's a big sacrifice to do it right. They have to do a lot of things that are probably, it takes guts and courage to step into someone else's shoes and actually do it to such a point that you convince a lot of people that it's very similar to that golden age. And I think they do such a fantastic job of it. And they have my utmost respect as musicians, as band members, and just as people. I think what they do is fantastic, and thanks to that, I sure want to be at that last show on December 1st or 2nd, whenever that is. So I have the utmost respect for them. Just the greatest thing that ever happened to Kiss since the original lineup. So I think there's that. And as far as lip syncing goes, who cares? I don't really know anything about that side of it. I don't know if he does or if he doesn't, but if you're caring about lip syncing and things that are going on, you can't go to any gigs anymore, because even gigs at the, indie bands are doing all kinds of stuff with tracks and, click tracks and adding vocals and adding choruses and adding keyboards. And so when you talk about bands that are playing arenas and stadiums, they are doing so much stuff that wasn't around in the original days of Kiss. So if you get pissed off about something like lip syncing, then you can't go to anything anymore. You know what I mean? You really can't. And it's singing, singing in Kiss. I mean, it's not like you're going to see Celine Dion or something where you really give a shit how many octaves someone who can sing. You know what I mean? Kiss is so many more things than just singing. So I think people who are bagging on anyone for lip syncing or running tracks or any of that stuff, what are you going to do? You know, it's 2023. Technology has allowed things to happen and things to evolve. And it's not 1976 anymore. And, you know, just be glad that a band that you like is still doing something that you can go see or not go see. So I would just say don't concentrate on those things. Concentrate on the joy that you originally got from the band, and whether you want to go see them now or not see them now, that's cool. But you just got to give thanks, man. These guys gave their life, decades and decades. They could have been on the beach. They could have been hanging around, but what were they doing? They were doing like in-stores, and they were doing like meet and greets, and they're doing soundtracks, and they're doing gigs and traveling, all that stuff. Man, this is their life, man. They're like in their 70s now. So you got to give it up to those guys, and they have my ultimate respect, and that's what I have to say about that. And I know you guys are Kiss fans if you're doing this thing, so there's where I stand on it, and I praise those guys and thank them so much for the cool stuff they did. Innovators in so many ways. It's impossible to count the innovations that Kiss has started and that people are still doing now with the everything from merchandising to live concerts and exciting rock concerts. I mean, what was there before Kiss? It was just like a bunch of hippies, you know, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I don't know. There was just all kinds of hippie stuff. Kiss was the first band to go and blow shit up. So we got to be thankful for them and like stop picking on the little things and just be thankful for all the great things that they've given us and inspired so many great artists since them that have taken what Kiss did and made it more extreme and cooler and all that stuff. But they were the first, all right? So be thankful, and thank you so much for asking me about this.